What up, this is July from Kickback Couture, and today I'm going to show you how to use tape stop. So, first thing I want to do is apologize for my absence. I had some technical difficulties. I upgraded to High Sierra and it messed everything up. So, one thing I learned is never upgrade. So, I'm definitely going to follow my own advice in the future. And yes, let's get this going. So, I'm going to start with a melody. From the Drenched by Design Midi kit, and if you want it, it is available on the website. Let's go ahead and just pick one, and I have a instrument from Clang already set up, so I'm just gonna take the Midi and move it up, and this is what we'll have. And let me turn it down, I'm sure it'll be loud. Awesome. So this is what it sounds like. And we want to move to the sequencer. So the long way to get tape stop is by using an NNXT and the pitch wheel. So I'm going to show you that way and then go over some quicker ways with rack extensions and recommend some rack extensions and VSTs that you could use. So I'm going to set these loop locators. The left here and the right can stay where it is, and I'm going to then slice. I'm going to make sure that I'm near the right thing and zoom in. Gonna slice this. Gonna right click, bounce in place, and solo this, and this is what I'll get. Awesome. I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'm gonna move this over here just so I can hear before I actually do the tape stop. The next thing I'm gonna do is create an NNXT. What we'll end up doing with the audio file that I drug into the sequencer is ultimately just deleting it. So this is an NNXT, and I'm going to go into my song samples and unassign samples, and then I'm going to drag this here. And what I'm then going to do is make sure I have the sample selected and drag this pitch bend range up to 24. Actually, before I go back to the sequencer and the rack, I'm going to right click on the pitch wheel and hit edit automation. Going to grab my pen tool with the letter W on my keyboard, and then I'm going to draw in a clip. Gonna erase, actually I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna draw in a clip here too. Gonna put my note at C1. So let's zoom in some more so I can see what's going on. Also a way to get half time just by, slowing down the sample, pitching it down. So definitely experiment with that. On the pitch wheel, what I'm going to do is draw this as high as it can go with the first point, and then as low as I can go with the last point. After that, I'm just going to hit Command E to get out of edit mode, and this is what it's going to sound like. I'm going to delete this because I no longer need it with the NNXT playing it, and here we go. And that is a manual long way to do tape stop. So we can shorten it, time stretch it, holding down Option. We can make it as long as we want to. So yeah, definitely experiment that. It kind of resembles the audio suite options you can do with Verify and Pro Tools. Obviously Reason doesn't have Verify, but that's kind of what it could sound like if you play with the options and experiment and see what you can get. So if we don't want to do that, it's perfectly fine. We have rack extensions and VSTs that can do all of that in place at very much and very faster speed for our workflow. So I have a few rack extensions or a couple rack extensions that have the tape stop capability. I have more than what I'm showing here, but just for the sake of this tutorial, these are the cheapest options. So let's go ahead and start with Glitch 2. That is the first rack extension I grabbed in order to do tape stop. It also has shuffle, stutter, gate, tape stop, and reverse. So in addition to this, you have other options. Let's just see what tape stop sounds like in Glitch. So each time I click it, it triggers the tape stop effect. I can change the volume. Gonna hold command and click it to get it back to the original value. The probability. And this works if I believe if you're using like the random button, but I'm not completely sure. However, I do know the resolution affects the speed in which the tape stop occurs. So yes, that is Glitch, and if you want to automate this into the sequencer, all you're going to do is right click the button, edit automation, and I usually do it with it off so that it doesn't create the clip with it on, and therefore I have to do like inverse automation. So let's say I want it here. So I'm gonna make a line here and then cool. Now another way that I can do this automation is just by pressing the button myself, either with my controller or I can do it with the mouse. So when you have that automation clip created and you're pressing this button while it's recording, you will see that it creates the automation based on how you're clicking. So let's record. Now that may not be how we want our automation, so we can definitely edit where the points are at. A quicker way to clean up automation is to go in the tools menu and make sure you have your points selected, and you can apply the amount of cleanup you want. There is no way to quantize automation yet, so one of my wishes for Reason 10 is that it has some really cool automation parameters that we can utilize. Reason 11 be great. Alright, so I'm going to clear this automation for Glitch, and I'm going to show you tape stop made by Kilohearts. So here we have a curve option, and this is just how it stops. We have start time, and that affects the startup. So if you wanted to do a cool intro trick, you could definitely start it off like that. So it would be something like, and then you just draw that point in so you wouldn't have to press the button, and it would be a lot cleaner. You also have access to the stop time. And you could automate the curve at the same time as the tape stop is triggering. So all up to you. Some VSTs that you can use is a shaper box by Cableguys. I'm gonna go to the time shaper tape. They have different curves for you to check out. There's also a free VST called Dblue. It is Windows only, so I apologize to all my Mac users, myself included. Windows, I'm gonna drop a link in the description so you can check that one out. It is free. Some other VSTs that allow you to do tape stop really easily are Effectrix by Sugarbytes, Artillery by Sugarbytes, Looperator by Sugarbytes. There is Glitch 2 made by Illformed, and there's the first glitch also made by Illformed. And the Dblue plugin that I am recommending is also made by Illformed. So if you like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Most definitely let me know what you would like to see next. Your opinion is really valued on my end. It's all culture. Kick back and cook up.